Good evening and welcome. You're with News First, your number one news provider. I'm Shamir Rasooli.
I'm Sonali Vanigabadage. We start off with a look at the stories making headlines tonight.
Notice issued on respondents, including the Minister of Education, in the FR petition challenging the advanced level exam results to appear before court. Enjoining order issued preventing the CMC from holding a special general meeting tomorrow. The brother of the Kulonnava Urban Council chairman abducted. Lawyers engaged in a protest against the shifting of the Hulsdorf coach.
A book titled Giruwa Patwe Maha Mahinda was presented to President Mahinda Rajapaksa today. The book was compiled by Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratna. A collection of letters written about the President is included in this book, which was compiled to mark the completion of the first year of the President's second term in office. The book contains letters written by 20 individuals, including a Venerable Dr. Aluthwewa Sorathathera, Reverend Sarath Hettiarachchi, Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratna, Attorney at Law Gominda Sri, and late Professor Mendis Rohanadira.
The Supreme Court ordered the court registrar today to issue notice on the respondents in the fundamental rights petition which has been filed calling for the results of the GCE advanced level examinations to be annulled. The Commissioner General of Examinations, the University Grants Commission, Minister of Education Bandula Gunawardena and Professor R.O. Thatil of the University of Peradeniya have been cited as respondents in this petition.
The petition was filed by the Ceylon Teachers Union and 16 students. The petition was taken up before a three-judge bench headed by Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike. When the petition was taken up, the State Council informed court that the Attorney General had received notice in this regard only yesterday. Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike stated that the petition must be considered in the presence of the respondents in the Supreme Court. The council appearing on behalf of the petitioners noted that although notice was issued on the respondents as per court records, the respondents had not received these notices. The council appearing on behalf of the petitioners further stated that the petition should be considered speedily as this is an issue which affects the entire student community. The hearing of the petition was postponed till the 13th of this month. We can only seek assistance from the Supreme Court. Therefore, we requested the Supreme Court to provide relief to our children. This case was filed on behalf of all students in Sri Lanka. We asked the Supreme Court to mete out justice for the future of the children who have suffered an injustice, annul the results, rectify the Z score and provide correct results to the children. We know that this issue was addressed by the committee headed by Dara Vijayatilaka. That committee ultimately said the same thing which the Minister of Education said. They did not say anything new. They did not lend an ear to what was said by various parties in society regarding the advanced level crisis, especially lecturers, university professors, politicians, trade unions, parents and children. We had to seek assistance from the court because although every section of society brought this issue to the notice of the government, a justified response was not given. The government stuck to its own opinion. Although the GCE advanced level examination results were released on the night of the 25th of December last year, several issues cropped up regarding the district rankings. The authorities stated that the issue was rectified, but experts argued that there were problems pertaining to the calculation of the Z score. Professor R.O. Thatil, who is a professor on statistics at the University of Peradeniya and also the pioneer in introducing the Z score system for the advanced level examination, stated that it is incorrect to calculate the Z score by combining the results of the old and new syllabuses. It was in this backdrop that the Ceylon Teachers Union took steps to bring the matter to the attention of the Supreme Court.
Meanwhile, the Colombo District Court issued an enjoining order preventing the Colombo Municipal Council from holding a special general meeting scheduled for tomorrow. The request for the enjoining order was made by 4 opposition councillors of the CMC Standing Committee on Finance.
The next meeting of the Colombo Municipal Council is scheduled to be held on the 9th of this month. However, a notice was issued yesterday informing that a special general meeting will be held tomorrow at 2:30 p.m, at which the mayor would make a special statement. Opposition councillors Roy Bogahwatta, Riza Saruk, M.H. Mansal and Ramsey Tony, who represent the Standing Committee on Finance, made submissions in court today. They pointed out that the special general meeting had been convened without a proper agenda and in contravention of the regulations of the council. They further stated that no clear reason had been given for calling a special general meeting tomorrow. We need to remind the mayor that he cannot act in contravention of the regulations. As long as you follow the regulations, as opposition councillors, we are prepared to democratically support you. If you go against these regulations, we need to remind you that there is a district court and Supreme Court above you. Mayor of Colombo, AJM Muzammil, expressed these views in this regard.
On the 3rd, I summoned a special council meeting under the powers vested to me by the council. The purpose of summoning this was only to explain my program of work for the next 12 months, what we are going to do and how the people are going to participate in our programs. Now, I wanted to make a special statement in this regard. Now, what happened? The opposition people got really excited and they had gone to courts on some technical points there.
A group of lawyers staged a demonstration today stating that there is an attempt to partition the Halsdorf Magistrate Court complex and establish it in separate locations.
The protest was organized by the Chief Magistrates Lawyers Association. The group who engaged in the protest opposite the Halsdorf Court complex proceeded to the Bar Association office. They pointed out that the Chief Magistrates Court at Halsdorf is over a century old. Cases pertaining to police divisions in Colombo and its suburbs are being heard at the location. The lawyers noted that with the decision to remove the court complex, there is an attempt to set up separate courts for each police division. They emphasized that lawyers as well as their clients will have to face several problems owing to this. The Chief Magistrates Lawyers Association also said that a gazette notification has been issued in this regard.
We will continue our fight until this gazette notification is withdrawn. We are hoping to continue this through discussion. If we fail to do it through discussion, we will take stern action. We will not allow this to be moved from Halsdorf. 3 court zones have been shifted to Mahara. There is also an attempt to set up 3 police stations for court zones in Kolonava. Already plans have been made to acquire the court complex in Fort and to remove that as well. I think it has already been decided to sell that land to foreigners.
At the cabinet media briefing held today, a journalist raised a question in this regard.
We need to look into that matter. We did not receive a cabinet paper in this regard. We need to inquire from the lawyers about this matter.
Our sister channel, Sirasa TV, was adjudged the Youth TV Channel of the Year at the 7th Slim Nielsen People's Awards ceremony, which is currently being held in Colombo. The Slim Nielsen People's Awards are held annually to recognize brands and personalities that have left a lasting impact on the people of Sri Lanka.
Tonight on our special segment 13 Plus, which looks at the dialogue on devolving power, we turn out our attention to the 2006 All-Party Representative Committee and the JVP's decision to walk away from the discussion table. The JVP participated in the All-Party Representative Committee in 2006. Meanwhile, an experts committee was appointed to look into the technical aspects of the All-Party Representative Committee. The 17-member expert committee first convened on the 11th of July 2006. Following a series of meetings, this expert committee came up with a report. Some of the key points in the report were devolution of power. The report suggested the appointment of 2 vice presidents from a different ethnic background to that of the president. Unit of devolution. The expert committee recognized the province as a unit of devolution and proposed that the northern and eastern provinces, which are 2 independent units, should be amalgamated for a period of 10 years. In addition, the expert committee report of the APRC also spoke of devolution with regard to the distribution of responsibilities, judiciary, decentralization of property and coordination between the centre and province in this regard. National security, peace, law and order. The expert committee report also listed devolved subject under the central government, provincial government and also suggested a concurrent list. After these proposals were forwarded, the Janata Vimukti Peramuna took up the stance that the proposals of the expert committee had compromised the deliberations of the APRC. Based on this, the JVP walked away from the APRC. Party leader Somavansa Amarasinghe subsequently wrote to the president listing out the reasons as to why the JVP took this decision. In his letter, Amarasinghe pointed out that the expert committee was appointed to provide technical assistance to the APRC in its pursuit of a political solution and drawing attention to the fact that the APRC was not appointed to rubber stamp a proposal formulated by the expert committee. Amarasinghe charged that the expert committee had split into several groups and the proposal submitted by a group of 11 members made the APRC seem like a bunch of puppets. Amarasinghe added that the JVP was opposed to creating a separate, independent authority for areas in the province with a majority Muslim population as well as creating an independent body for Tamils of Indian descent living in the Central Hills. The leader of the JVP in his letter to the president also noted that his party was against the idea of limiting the central government's land powers to Colombo and devolving all land powers to provincial authorities as well as establishing institutions higher than the Supreme Council and thereby undermining the authority of the Supreme Court. Amidst the criticism of the parties involved in the All-Party Representative Committee with regard to its activities, the APRC, which convened on 63 occasions, handed over an interim report to the President. Tomorrow, we take a look at what took place thereafter.